Rhythm and blues. It's a type of song or type of music. The blues. You play the blues. It's like sad music or something like that. Rhythm and blues. R&B music. R&B.
I heard of Huawei company. They construction the city of R&B, so they can call city. City very big.
Well, a company like Huawei, yeah. I mean, their department could be, huge, unbelievable. R&D department. Could be for many, many buildings or something like that. I don't know. Depends on the size of the company, how big the department would be.
Still call department.
Yeah, if it's a very small company, the R&D may be just a few people in an office. Okay, we'll finish up the vocabulary yesterday, and the word that has many, many different uses is the word check.
Jazz. No, jazz.
Okay, here's the word is check. The word that I want to mention is check. Checkout. Checkout.
Checkout.
Checklist.
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 Check.
Check.
Checkpoint.
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 Checkered.
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 Checkup.
Checkup.
Check-in.
Check-in.
Checkbook.
Checkbook.
So you can see that there's a lot of ways that check can be used. Checkout. What is the checkout counter? The checkout counter.
The counter, when you live in a hotel, you must leave it and you check out to give the key and to pay for your expense.
Right, checkout. Checkout line at the supermarket. You have purchased your goods, you put them on the table there, and the clerk begins to check them out, and you check out. I'm in the checkout line. I'm checking out of the hotel. Checklist. A checklist.
At least what you must, when you have a outside to a tour, you must have a checklist. You don't forget the.
Right. A checklist would be a list of items that if you had a job to do, let's say you were an inspector for a company and you had to check out a house, you would have a checklist. You go in, check the electricity, check the air conditioning, check this, check that, and you would go down your checklist to see that everything that you were supposed to examine was in fact examined. I went through my checklist 2 times to make sure I covered everything on my checklist. A check. Check could be
It's a paper.
a piece of paper where you write the name of a person or a company and the amount of money you want to pay them for something. I wrote a check, and I gave the check to the clerk at the counter. A check. Or to check on somebody. She's been having a cold, she's not been feeling well. Would you mind going over to her house and checking on her? Go over and just see she's okay, she's sitting watching television, has a cup of tea, and is feeling much better. Thank you for going and checking on her. Or to check. A check, you write a check. Depends on the use at the moment. I'm writing a check. I'm checking on my cousin to see that he is okay and feeling better. Checkpoint. A checkpoint. A lot of times you'll go to certain places, maybe a military base or a police station, a large police station or something like that, and you'll have to stop at the checkpoint and say, my name is James, I'm here to see Officer Smith, I have an appointment at 10 o'clock, show my, let's say, driver's license or something, identify myself at the checkpoint, and then continue on, once I get the okay at the checkpoint, where you have to stop and be checked out. Look and see who you are and why you're here. Usually it's at military bases or some government structures and something like that, checkpoints. Checkered. Checkered. A checkered cloth. A cloth. Tablecloth, maybe? Maybe different blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white, blue. Checkered all the way through. A checkered cloth. You can have a checkered past. He has a very checkered past. Very checkered past. Past. He did a good job in grade school and in high school. He dropped out of college and failed. And then he was arrested by the police for stealing from a company. And then he went into the military and did very well. After 3 years, he left the military and went into a business and has been doing fine. But he has a rather checkered past. His past, good, not good. Good, not good. Good, checkered past. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. And then maybe things go okay. But his past record, black and white, not so good, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good. Checkered past. A checkered cloth. Red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. You see them on tablecloths and things like that. Checkup.
Check up body to go see the doctor to check up your
Yeah,
body.
people go maybe every 6 months to the doctor. Regular appointment, not an emergency. Just go for a checkup. Okay, 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 okay. That's it. See you in 6 months. You're doing fine. And out the door. Where were you? Oh, I went to the doctor for a checkup. Check in. Opposite of check out. I guess so. If you check in, that's not checking out. Yeah, to check in would be to go to like a hotel and sign up and go in, get your key, and up to the room. And a checkbook.
It's a book of check. You can write.
Yeah, a checkbook is a book of checks. You tear one out, right,
Give
and you put the checkbook back in your pocket. Checkbook, check in, check up, checker, checkpoint, check, checklist, and check out. And there's probably 10 more with the check in it somewhere. But this is just an idea of the many different uses of check. Are there any questions about the words? Checkered?
Check is like a background check of somebody.
Not checkered. A background check would be, you would go, a background, what the FBI would call a background investigation, or a background check for the short part. What are you doing? Are you investigating? Yeah, we're conducting a background check. The big would be a background investigation. I've done that, where you go out and you start. The person, let's say the person is 50 years old, applying for a very important position in the government. There'll be a background check. And you go back and you start out maybe with the college, find out what happened there in college. Maybe he went into the military, get his military records, all the way up to the point where he's up for the appointment to a very senior position in the government. Background investigation, roof, everything.
But it's different from checker, right?
Well, a background check, it would be the short term for a background investigation. We're checking his background. What are you doing? How come you're around here asking me questions? Oh, we're doing a background check on that individual. He's up for a senior position in the government. And we're doing background checks, a background investigation. There's all kinds of ways for check. Check out, check in, very common. Any questions about the words? He has a rather checkered past. Good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Okay. Too cold, too hot? What is it? Is it blowing right on you? Or?
Yes.
Oh,
Too cold.
too cold. Okay, we'll see, we'll do a sentence here and see if we can get the words straight. Okay, here we go. These were a bunch of the words that we studied over the last day or so. My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his products. My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock. Okay.
My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock.
Right, very good. Received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery, like I live, delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock. Okay.
My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock.
Right, very good. My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. Okay.
My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the item at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock.
Right, very good. My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock. Okay.
My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the item at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock.
Right, very good. Inventory of all his stock. Exactly. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. Okay, go ahead.
My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock.
Conducted an inventory of all his stock, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock. So, my friend is in charge of an import-export business. He's the manager. He directs everything that happens at the import-export company. He is the manager. His company recently received, maybe a week ago, received notice that we will deliver a shipment of electronic products that have just arrived from China, and we will deliver them to your company. So he's talking to them, said, oh, okay, fine, thank you. Would you please deliver them to my warehouse, which is the next building over or something. So he took delivery. After he got the phone call that they're coming from China, he took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where a warehouse, you store all the products of the company, different, whatever they make, they're there in the warehouse. And he put the electronic products from China in the warehouse, where he then conducted, to conduct, the conductor of an orchestra leads the orchestra. He then conducted an inventory. He had his assistants and everybody working for him go and count up all the products. Adding in the electronic products from China now, he counted everything. This, thing. All the different things that were in the warehouse. He conducted an inventory, listed every product of all his stock. Stock, the things that are there in the warehouse for sale. Any questions about the words? The meaning of the words or the pronunciation? Delivery, business, recently received, electronic products, stock, inventory, conducted. Warehouse, where? Where is the warehouse? The same sound, different idea. Where is the warehouse? Where? The warehouse? Different meaning, same sound. But that's pretty common. Any questions? Import, export. Things come in, things go out.
Teacher,
Oh, you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead. How did that
My
happen?
friend is the manager of an import export business.
Business.
This company recently received achievement for electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock.
All his stock. Very good. Good job. Business. Business. It's almost like there's no I. It's almost like it's B-I-Z-N-E-S-S. Business. It's not busyness. It's business. My business. My business. Business. That is none of your business. What does that mean? That is none of your business.
it's your business.
This is, in other words, if you say, you're doing something and and a person interferes and says, well, you shouldn't be doing that. Wait a minute, this is none of your business. In other words, leave me alone. Don't bother me. I'm doing what I'm doing. This has nothing to do with you. This is none of your business. You hear that all the time. People trying to interfere. Well, you shouldn't be doing that. You know, it could cause problems. Wait a minute. Whoa, take it easy. I know what I'm doing. I've got this under control. This is none of your business. You've got nothing to do with this. Why are you interfering with what I'm doing? None of your business. You hear that all the time. Very common expression. It's none of your business. Leave me alone. Go ahead. Okay.
My friend is manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products. Imported from China issued delivery of his items at his warehouse, while he then conducted an inventory of all his stock.
All his stock. Conducted an inventory of all his stock. Recently received manager of an import-export business. Okay.
My friend is the manager of an import-export business. His company recently received a shipment of electronic products imported from China. He took delivery of the items at his warehouse, where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock.
Right, very good. He then conducted an inventory. Inventory. Try to get away from inventory. 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 An inventory. Delivered. Delivered. He took. Delivery. Thank you. I will take the delivery. Items at his warehouse where he then conducted an inventory of all his stock. Any questions about that? Pronunciation?
Warehouse big stock.
A warehouse is a building. A building. And in the warehouse, the company keeps all its stock. The items that it is trying to sell one place or another in the warehouse. So he had all the products delivered to the warehouse where everything is stored. Depending on the size of the company, the warehouse there could be one warehouse or 5 warehouses. Depends on the size of the company.
Warehouse and the same, hold out.
Warehouse. Oh, a go down. Oh, right. What do you mean by a go down?
Go down.
Yeah, it goes down. Would be a smaller, I think a smaller warehouse.